Hey there, folks. Welcome to my first game review ever. We're doing something a little bit different today. It's not something I've ever done before. So I don't know how many people will see this. Some of the videos I make get a lot of what I would consider a lot of views, and then some of them not so many. So, maybe a lot of people will see this, maybe not. But if you want the long and short of it, don't buy this game. Do not waste. The game costs $15. Save yourself $15 and do not buy Bermuda Lost Survival. It's not worth the money. The reason why and don't do this if you make your own videos where you play games, be honest, be objective, and don't shill for a game just because, I don't know, just for no reason. Like if you're going to play a game and do videos on it, be honest and be objective. And because the reason why I bought this game is because I watched a couple of videos from a YouTuber that I liked, and he talked about how amazing this game was and how much he enjoyed playing it, and on and on and on. And I only watched a couple of the videos, so I didn't, if I'm gonna buy a game for myself, I'm not gonna, I don't want to know everything there is to know about the game before I play it, because I want to see for myself what the game has or doesn't have, or what it offers. So I trusted his opinion. It wasn't the first set of videos that he made on the game. He had come back after there was a major update to the game, and yeah, I guess you could say I got suckered. So I'm gonna go through and explain. There are some good points to the game. I mean, if you look at the wall panels and stuff, they look real nice. I like the look of the wall panels. Some of the controls aren't too bad. Looks like I need food, so I will have to get some food. Yeah, so let's go ahead and eat. Normally when I save, I do that before I save the game, so I just assumed that my food was fine. Some of the controls aren't bad. You hit tab to look at the life meter, the health, food, thirst, and there's a sanity, which the sanity is kind of a cool aspect to the game. I thought that was pretty neat. A pretty neat addition. The interactivity isn't too bad. The game controls, it's a little bit unique. Like, you hit E to bring up this menu, and then you shift your mouse over to the things that you want to use. It's a little bit hard to get used to. I'm used to using a hot bar, but it's not. I actually, after a while I got used to it and I didn't mind it so much. So that was kind of a unique thing, and I thought it was okay. But like some of the placements, if you look here, normally when you put your building tiles in place, you can snap them in place. But if you notice, see, if you look right there, see how that isn't lined up? I couldn't get these two building tiles to snap into place, and it was the same thing when I went to put in the dock. This dock back here, I couldn't get that to snap into place, which was really annoying. So there's, the game still has bugs in it. The game's been out for a year and a half. It does only have 2 developers to the game, but to be honest with you, after a year and a half, I don't really think that's an excuse. At some point, the fact that there's only 2 programmers developing the game, it's no longer an excuse. Because if you look at a game like Myst, you know, that's another survival game. It's absolutely huge, and it's been out, I think, pretty close to the same amount of time, but it's only got one developer, and it's huge, and there's so much to do that it's, you know, phenomenal with one programmer, with only one programmer. This one has two programmers, and if you look here, this is almost the game in its entirety right here. You know, the wall panels and the ceilings that I built, along with these different, you know, it's a workbench. That is the water distillery. That's an anvil, a smeltery, and then the mortar, some chests. This is pretty much, I mean, you got a couple of things out here. You know, there's a planting plot, which I could harvest these, looks like potatoes. Yeah, potatoes. Then there's the grill and the purifier, the dock in the back, and if you look, we'll go, oh, this is the dock, and you can build this is your shipbuilding thing. And if you look here, there's two locations that are currently available in the game, and that's it. You know, it's this location that we're in here, one additional location. It looks like eventually at some point in the future, who knows exactly when, there'll be more locations added, but this is it. You know, that's all there is to the game. And if you want to summarize the game, this is the best way I can think of to summarize it. The game consists of doing this. So when I start a new day, I come in, I grab this, and then I come back up, and where's it at? I think it's over here. Yeah. Go over here. Grab these two. And then go up and get some air. That way I can look, see where I'm at. There should be, well, anyway, there's eight different plastic pieces that you can grab in this immediate area. And then I come here, harvest some rope, and I do that until, you know, I get about 100 or so seaweed, and then, you know, after that I come down and I start collecting my planks, and then I go around, you know, to everything at this first location. I spend the entire day harvesting all of the materials and gathering all the materials in this immediate area. And in a survival game, like if you look at Minecraft, you know, if you were to play a game of Minecraft, I've got about 9 hours invested into, you know, 9 hours of real life playtime invested into this game. And if I were playing Minecraft, I wouldn't be able to contain everything in, so you got 5, 6, 7, 8 chests. I mean, I would need more than 8 chests to contain everything. That's where I would keep the rope. But if you look here, you know, I've got a decent amount of scrap. That's all the rope I have left. That's clay. That's all the clay I have. There's some odds and ends. This is my odds and ends chest. I don't know. I don't even know what those are for or these are for. I haven't found any use for those. This is where I was keeping planks. That's totally empty. And I got some more odds and ends in here. You know, an extra wall panel. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use those, so I made up a few. I was thinking I was going to use them, didn't end up using them, but you know, after 9 hours of and all I've been doing is grinding out materials. But you know, the materials, it takes quite a bit of materials to make these panels, and you know, all of these different things take materials to make. And so I have 9 hours of grinding out materials, and I have like virtually nothing left. So I'm just really, really disappointed in this game. It's doing the, you know, the different things that you grind, you know, that you collect, respawn every day. The location is the same, so you're literally gathering the exact same resources from the exact same places every day. And you go to the second, you know, you go to the second location, which is where you get the iron and sulfur and stuff like that. There's no iron or sulfur here, so you have to go to the second location to get that. But it's just these two locations, and that's it. And you basically, you're working up to the point to where you can get this, finally get this mortar, which is how you make gunpowder. You know, that's gunpowder there. To make dynamite to blow open these containers that are beneath. I think they're over that way somewhere. And when you blow open those containers, you get, you know, some food, and I think you can get 3 more sticks of dynamite. But other than that, it's just the same stuff that you can collect anyway. So what the hell's the point in even blowing open the containers? You know, there's nothing different. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just really, really disappointed in the game. There's not enough to it, in my opinion, to make it worthwhile. Maybe if they had all of these other locations, but they've had a year and a half. There is 2 guys, which I think is more than enough. I think that's perfectly sufficient to develop this game to its potential. They've had a year and a half to do it. It's still just 2 out of all of these locations, and I'm just not impressed. Just not impressed at all. I think, you know, this YouTuber that I watched, where I took his advice, he was so impressed that it was only 2 developers, and he, you know, I look at it exactly the opposite. You know, when you compare this to a game like Myst, where there's only 1 developer, there's no excuse for this map to be more complete than it is. You know, just 2 locations. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, there's at least 8 or 9 more places that they plan on eventually bringing into the game, but why aren't some of these there now? They should be. So, you know, they've had more than enough time to do it. Apparently, this game isn't important enough to the developers to bring the stuff to the players in a timely manner. So, in my opinion, this game isn't important enough for people to buy. And so I do not recommend buying Bermuda Lost Survival. Save yourself $15 and, you know, put that $15 into some other game. With that being said, I'm going to leave it at that. I do appreciate you watching, and I will see you next time.